Hello, my name is Barbara Meschino, and I am the Dean of the Westside Learning Center, which is the satellite campus of Malcolm X College. I've been with Malcolm X College for about 16 years now. Started out in the classroom as an instructor, and now serving in a senior leadership role. So I started out in this field, actually this wasn't my start, it was somewhat of a detour. I actually started out in social services, and I thought that I was going to be a therapist and a big counselor at some point, but things didn't work out that way, and it was actually my mom who saw something in me that I probably did not see it at the time, and she was like, have you ever thought about teaching? I think you'd be a good teacher. You should go into teaching. So little did I know that that would be a start of a 9-year stride in the classroom. So I taught for 9 years at Malcolm X College in the adult education classroom, and then I transitioned into gaining a certificate to be able to teach or actually become credentialed to teach in the credit side. So in addition to teaching adult education, I became credentialed to teach sociology as well as college success for city colleges. So that was something that I was really excited about. Oh, that's a great question. How have my lived experiences shaped and growing up in Chicago have shaped me today? Well, yes, I know this is cliche. The West Side is definitely indeed the best side. Okay, I was born and raised on the West Side of Chicago, 3305 West Madison, Martin Luther King Plaza. Today, I mean, back then we may not have even really appreciated or knew how great it was, but it was always a sense of community there. Always a sense of community. I can think about when we used to have like our block club parties, and that was something that we looked forward to every single year to do those celebrations. But what growing up on the West Side for me represented was strong community, and we looked out for each other. I remember if anything happened outside, my parents probably knew about it before they even got to us. I heard you were yelling out the window or something, so something as small as that. But just a really sense of community care, where we care about each other. No one was really left behind or left out. If there was ever a need, we looked out for each other, and we were involved. We were involved with our communities. How that shaped me, just coming up, just thinking about going to school. We went to school inside of our community. I went to Our Lady of Sorrows Grammar School, but many of the kids in my community either went to Our Lady of Sorrows or they went to the local public school, but we were all together. It was nothing where we were separate. We all, when we would go out, we go to basketball games together, we supported each other. In that sense, we could walk down the street. I lived in Martin Luther King Plaza. My play cousin lived in Madison Terrace. So it just really instilled in me a sense of community and really caring about where I live. We would be involved. Things were going on. We knew about everything that was going on in our communities because we were involved. So just how it shaped me coming up, I look at my pathway even from elementary school and the opportunities that were met in front of us coming up, from my mom making sure that we were going to high school fairs to make sure that we were informed about what schools were available for us to go to, and tapping into those resources to make sure that we were able to go to a good high school, to make sure that we were getting that quality education. So my parents heavily instilled education in us coming up. They were born and raised in the South and migrated here in their adult years. So education was always the ticket, and the key for us to move to the next level or to open doors for us that might not have been open. Ooh, what is a lesson that I have learned that took a while to learn and just really grasp? You can't. I'm like, well, this is a loaded one. So, and I'm thinking about it because it's so powerful, because basically this is one, and I'm thankful for it. When they say, because sometimes when you're in roles, you think like, I can do everything, I can do it all, I can do it. Like, okay, just give it to me, I'm going to take care of it. And just really learning that it's okay to delegate and release some things. It's, you have to release things sometimes, and be okay with knowing. I think what's helped me to get to that is being confident and knowing that the person that I'm handing something off to is capable. Okay, I'm going to be there in case they have questions, or I can direct them to someone who may be able to address questions that they may have if I can't. But just know that they're equipped and able to take on the tasks that I'm delegating. So being able to let things go and let things go fully, and have the confidence that it's going to get done. I think that the first, and I like to go with my gut. That's probably an attribute, I would say. But the first thing that popped in my mind was compassion, and being a compassionate leader. I think that sometimes we look at compassion and see weakness, or some people may see weakness, but when you're compassionate, you're able to allow yourself to be vulnerable, to be able to open up and have a broader perspective of things, right? And I would definitely say that I'm a compassionate leader, and thoughtful. When I say thoughtful, like pensive, to think things through, to just kind of strategize, to see a bigger picture. I'm always just kind of trying to put myself in someone else's shoes to see how I can see it from a different lens. And that comes from allowing myself to be in spaces that sometimes are not always comfortable. And I'm actually leading into, when you think about competencies. So compassionate, competent, and when I say competent in terms of cultural competency, being knowledgeable of diverse settings. So definitely compassionate, diverse, culturally competent, and I allow myself to be vulnerable. I do sometimes, again, getting back to that, it's okay to not know every single thing, because then it affords you the opportunity to seek information, to learn new things. And so I think all of those different things that I've mentioned make a good leader, a great leader. There's always opportunity to grow, and I think if we go in the door knowing that I can either learn from this or I can share information, but just realizing that it's that type of a cycle of learning, sharing, so that informed decisions can happen, and you can also learn and be receptive to information. And that's something that I was thinking about earlier, as far as being open and receptive, and doing check-ins. I think as leaders, sometimes it's necessary for us to do check-ins with people who report to us, even, and find out. So how'd you think that went? Was that okay? And seeking feedback, seeking information, I think is helpful. It can be very helpful in leadership. I say that the Westside Learning Center is definitely a gem in higher ed, and a resource for our community. And I say that because I believe that, and I am fully aware that not many people know what is happening in the space. So that is one of my biggest charges, is to increase the awareness about what is happening at the Westside Learning Center, all of the great opportunities that are available for our community in terms of access to higher education, access to certificates, access to starting a new path or career in your life. So all of those things are available here. So just to kind of give just a historical perspective of what's been offered here at the Westside Learning Center, we traditionally offered adult education classes to assist individuals who are interested in pursuing their, at the time it was called GED, now high school equivalency diploma, that they are actually, and it's the Illinois state diploma now, so that they are, if they were interested in pursuing that, we would basically help them to prepare by offering classes to prepare them to take and successfully complete the exam. And notice I put that when we're working with them, we want the end goal for a successful completion to happen with the adult education program. So in addition to adult education, we still offer the BNA courses, which is the basic nursing assistant, and continuing education was always in this space as well. Since I've been in the role, we have grown our program offerings from not only just offering adult education and BNA, but now we are offering medical assisting, which is an MA certificate. Many people here call this MA, the MA certificate. And we are offering also PCT, which is patient care technician, and CHW, the community health worker, in addition to the continuing community and continuing education courses that we offer in terms of a basic computer skills class that the community is very excited about it. When I say that, because we get constant calls about is the computer class being offered again. So all of these things are done in direct collaboration with our teams at the main campus. So it's basically an expansion of what we offer at our main campus over on Jackson. And so that's something that I'm really pleased about. And the Westside Learning Center is very unique in that it's a very intimate setting. It's an intimate setting where students come in, they feel a sense of community. This is not just my perspective, but this is what I hear from others saying, that when they do come here, they feel welcome and they feel a sense of community, and that people actually care about their paths and what their career and educational goals are. So basically that's the Westside Learning Center in a nutshell. And I always encourage people, if you haven't had an opportunity to come in and take a look, come in and tour the space. We've done quite a bit of improvements in terms of, we have 2 brand new biology labs that are state of the art, that our faculty had quite a bit of input in creating those, and our students, when they come in here, they don't feel anything less than what they would feel when they're taking classes at the main campus. So definitely my vision is to make sure that when our students come to the Westside Learning Center, they feel that they are able to get a high quality education just as they would anywhere else, but right in the heart of their community. So creating that level of access, which is really important to me. We do have additional renovations that are going to be coming soon. In terms of offering, we're going to have a community center that we're going to expand out to. So that's underway. So we're excited about that and what's to come with that. And then if you look around, and if you get a chance to come in, you'll look around and see upgraded technology inside of the space. And each classroom, my goal is to make sure that each classroom has technology inside of it, so that professors, that's one of the first questions we get, is there a computer in the class? So yes, we do have what we call NEC boards. Our NIC boards is very similar to a smart board, so making sure technology is in the classroom. What else? So expanding our community and continuing education offerings. I'm always looking for ways that I can hear from the community to find out what are the interests in that space, because that space offers a little more flexibility in terms of what we offer and who can take those courses. So for example, our certificate programs, there are different requirements that students have to have eligibility to be able to take those certificate programs. And one thing I definitely do not want to leave out is that we are also offering our liberal arts classes. Those started in fall of 2019. So the student, if they want to take English 101 or Math 118, they could take that here at the Westside Learning Center. Their biology, as I mentioned, the brand new biology labs, they can take biology 116, biology 120, and again, have it happen right here in the community. And most of those classes are what we call our either gateway or foundational classes, where they're often prerequisites into those certificate programs that we offer here. So you could basically start here and finish here if that is a goal of yours. So really excited about that. Stay true to self, okay? Be authentic in whatever it is that you do. And I heard this from somewhere, or either this is a snippet of what I heard, is that one day your life experience can serve as a navigational tool for someone else.